Our economy for the next 20 years is going to be about jobs, jobs, and jobs.
The Theater of Public Policy, we ask big thinkers on big issues to come in, and we have a conversation with them, and then a group of the Twin Cities' best improvisers dissect that through long-form improvisational theater, and they repackage it, reimagine it, and help people engage with these big ideas and big issues in creative and interesting ways.
I've got a request into the government.
The government?
They're going to bail us out.
Are they really?
What a coup, right?
I know.
We did it all, we muck it up.
And they're gonna come in and make it all better.
Exactly right.
This is like magic.
This is better than anything I learned in grad school.
There's a natural humor that emerges from thinking about, well, why are these so hard? Why are these so complicated? And kind of poking fun at the fact that we make things much harder and much more complicated than they necessarily need to be.
Increasing infrastructure spending, or having the need for a stimulus program, or that there needs to be more that is done on the fiscal side. Nothing that I'm saying is controversial. It's only controversial in the context of that we have a society that at this point in time is rewarding the extremes. Economics really matters. And the thing that I liked about what happened tonight was, I was a straight guy. I gave considered answers, serious answers, and then it was illuminated through humor. And we retain a lot more with humor. We remember a lot more with humor. I mean, some of it was pretty absurd, right? But some of it there was a note there that touched about people being unemployed, or people being out of work, or people being underappreciated, losing the job. You're fired.
You're letting me go?
That was, there was a moment there where you go, yeah.
This is not just a show for policy wonks. Policy wonks are going to like this show and have a good time, but the people who have been getting the most out of it are policy newbies. It's a gateway to learning about these big things and realizing that they're not so big and scary, that they're fun and they're interesting. People will have a really good time as long as they're curious people. Curious people have a good time with this. People who are uninterested and uncurious will not have a good time at all. Approximately how long is it until we have to worship our Chinese overlords?
Tane, when he was interviewing things, was hilarious, and whenever something got too technical, he could bring it back down. So I was engaged the whole time and really liked it.
It's really an awesome initiative. We're glad we discovered it.
$3.50 an hour, please. Just enough for noodles? I'll do it for $3.45.
We're not coming off like the 10% on either side of the spectrum. I think we're finding ways to look at it in a human way rather than a partisan way.
Oh my God, that was my life savings. That was like $23.
I don't necessarily have viewpoints on these issues before I come here, and so the humanizing part of it is just as much for me and as it is for the audience, because that's how I understand politics, is from a personal point of view.
The major scar is there's going to be a generation or a group of workers who are so disengaged from the workforce that they're not going to be able to get back in. Something like this doesn't give you answers. And the point of view of an event like this isn't that you walk out of there, okay, here are the 3 things we need to do. You come out of an event like this, and what I would hope is that it provides an opportunity to talk things through with friends, with family, with strangers, but you can also just have a moment where you lighten things up and you say, oh yeah, well, it's getting too serious. You say, yeah, but I saw a guy put his hand on, the molten core of the earth, and this had to do with economics.
How are you putting your hand in the molten?
Because I have health insurance, I don't care.
We really intend for this show to be not just like a one-night thing. We want people to continue the conversation, which is why we have a website set up where people can go and continue a conversation afterward. There's not just, oh, I've seen this show and I'm done now, but that you've seen this show and now I'm thinking about these things in a new way, and I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to my friends about it and I'm going to think about it.